The 8th Vietnam-China Border Defense Friendship Exchange Program took place on Thursday at the Lào Cai International Border Gate. This event is organized to contribute to strengthening the friendship and solidarity between the Defense Ministry, local authorities, and the people of the two countries.
Phan Văn Giang, member of the Politburo and Minister of National Defense and Minister of National Defense of China, Dong Jun, co-chaired the exchange program. The program includes activities held in Vietnam's Lào Cai province and China's Yunnan until Friday. During the event, the two sides signed a memorandum of understanding between the defense ministries on establishing a hotline among the naval forces, the Vietnamese Ministry of Defense, and the Southern Theater Command of the People's Liberation Army of China. The two ministers discussed further cooperation direction to promote delegation exchanges, enhance the mechanism of strategic defense dialogue, and promote cooperation in training, management, and border protection.
Vietnam economy is expected to grow at 6% in 2024 and 6.2% in 2025, according to the ASEAN Development Outlook April 2024. The ASEAN Development Bank, ADB, has maintained its earlier growth projection for Vietnam this year.
The ADB report pointed out that a relatively broad-based restoration in export-led manufacturing and services, as well as stable performance of the agriculture sectors, is expected to support the Vietnamese economy's recovery momentum. Positive inflow of foreign direct investment and remittances, a sustained trade surplus, recoveries in domestic consumption, and continued fiscal stimulus characterized by substantial public investment program are seen as key to boosting growth in 2024.
Danang City People Committee on April 11 hosts a reception for Ambassador of the European Union member state who came to study the investment climate in the locality. The visit showed EU investor interest in the central city potential.
According to Danang City People's Committee, the city is eyeing to turn itself into a social-economic hub of the countries and Southeast Asia by 2030, and a large and smart eco-urban area, a center for innovation and startup, and a livable coastal city in Asia by 2045. EU Ambassador Julian Guerrier held that Danang, which has emerged as a center for IT innovation and semiconductor training in Vietnam, he hopes that Danang City will create favorable conditions for investors from the EU, and the representatives of EU states will popularize Danang's potentials and investment climate among enterprises.
Vietnam and France established diplomatic relations at the ambassadorial level on April 12 in 1973, along with the party and state foreign affairs activity. The similarities in culture and people-to-people exchanges help connect the two peoples and diversify cooperative activities between the two countries. In Vietnam, there are French artists who are making efforts on the journey to spread the unique cultural values of both Vietnam and France to masses. They found cultural touch points between two countries, concerned with artistic creativity to create a harmonious personality between French color and Vietnamese identity. The Symphony Orchestra has a charismatic French music director and principal conductor who is not only a graceful and enthusiastic state leader, but also a good communicator who attracts positive attention from audience of different ages.
Planning to move to Europe, and then this wonderful project came up to build the Symphony Orchestra, and I don't regret it for 1 minute. The people are wonderful, the culture is great.
Olivier Ochanin won the first prize winner of the Anta Dorothy International Conducting Competition in Budapest, Hungary in 2015. He also has won the prestigious The American Prize in 2015 in the Professional Orchestra Conducting Divisions and is the second prize winner of the London Classical Soloist International Conducting Competitions. But he chose Vietnam to work with Symphony Orchestra.
We've been around since 2017 or 18, but we've actually been only active for 3-4 years because of COVID. And I think in that short amount of time, the Symphony Orchestra has already made itself quite a name on the international music scene. But I would love to see some tours. I would love to see this orchestra performing around Asia and internationally, maybe Europe, America someday. That takes time to build, and I'm sure we'll get there.
The Dam Lang Nieta Festival of the Khmer people in Trà Vinh Province is recognized as National Intangible Cultural Heritage. The festival aimed to worship Nieta, the god of protection for rain, good crops, health and peace.
Khmer people organize the Damlang Nieta Festival at Nieta temples annually in April or May during the transition between the dry and rainy seasons after Chonchunam to May. Each region chooses its own festival day. The Nieta worshipping ceremony lasts for 3 days and nights. According to research in the province, there are 242 Nieta temple houses in the province. The Provincial General Museum has selected 4 typical festival sites to coordinate with the Departments of Culture and Information to conduct scientific records of intangible cultural heritage.